We are into episode 3. Hope you guys are having a great day. As you recall, in the first episode, we took out Cleric Beast. Second episode, oops, that was a nice waste of a blood vial. First episode, we took out Cleric Beast. Second, we took out Father Gascoigne. So now we are going to use the Odin Tomb key to make our way into the Cathedral Ward. So, if you guys have any, I don't know how many people are watching are new players or have played Bloodborne multiple times, but if you guys have any questions at all about anything we've been through so far, or you just want to tell me whatever you want to tell me about Bloodborne, feel free to go ahead and leave that down below. But for now, we're going to go ahead. The Bergenworth spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. How was that? The worst accent I've ever heard. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably. So you'll hear a lot about Bergenworth as we make our way through the game. Go ahead and pop this chest open, and this should be the Carol Rune tool. Blood Gem Workshop tool. That's right. Grab the Blood Gem Workshop tool. We'll show you guys that later. Let's go ahead and let this cutscene play. Cathedral Ward. I think in this episode you can do go a couple different directions, but I think we are just going to make our way down to Old Yharnam, because Old Yharnam is one of the coolest areas in the game, in my opinion. I think it's great. So I think we might want to run down there first, and then maybe tie up some of the odds and ends in Cathedral Ward. So you could either go straight out there and make your way up to the Grand Cathedral, or you could bang a left out here and go down to Cathedral Ward. Now, these guys seem a little big and intimidating, but they're really easy to parry. They have this, you can shoot pretty much, pretty much the second they raise their staff, you can go ahead and shoot, and you'll get the parry. Jump, step in with circle, and then hit R1. Grab some blood vials. There should be a second guy that comes out. Let's go ahead and grab these clothes. Top hat, let's see. Take you out. So I don't know if you guys could hear that noise in the background, but the first time this happened, I was totally confused. But I don't want to get stuck in it, but you'll hear a noise, and you'll see basically, yep, you'll see that, which we don't want to pick us up, but you can't see it right now because we don't have enough insight to do it. But that's actually a hand of Amygdala, or Amygdala, however you would like to pronounce it. But we're not gonna, that is actually how you're gonna eventually get into the DLC. But that is not what we are doing now. Now we are going to Old Yharnam. Let's see if we can drag. See if we can get the dog to come over. Guy, you just saw your dog get shot right next to you. He didn't even react? I am, son. Where's your leash, buddy? Alright. Let's see if we could take them out kind of all at once. Again, if you're more of a beginning player, it's probably not a good habit to try to take out multiple people at a time like that. I would definitely recommend using Cold Blood Dew. I would definitely recommend using pebbles to try to throw out one at a time and drag them out to where you are, rather than having multiples of them come over at one time. Let's go grab this guy trying to sneak up on us. Not today, son. Madman's knowledge used to gain insight. I would recommend not using Madman's knowledge until you have to, or you actually want to use it for something. I would probably just keep those in my inventory, because insight does reduce your, there's a status later in the game that you could be inflicted with called Frenzy, and having more insight makes your Frenzy increase more quickly. So it's always better, and also there's a couple other scenarios where enemies gain certain abilities if you have higher insight. So, or there's actually a few things where having more insight is kind of makes things harder on you. So I would recommend keeping your insight low if possible. Let's go talk to our buddy Alfred, who's down here praying to the Church of the Good Blood.
You're a beast hunter,
You're a
aren't
beast
you?
hunter, aren't you?
I knew it. That's precisely how I started out. Oh, beg pardon. You may call me Alfred, protege of Master Ligarius, hunter of vile bloods. So, what say you?
So Ligarius. It's funny when you go back again and play this game multiple times, because Alfred tells Alfred you want to go out and cooperate. I think he gives us fire paper, which is going to be very useful in the pray gesture.
Hunting is a sacred practice. There must be. Go on.
All right, so you could have him tell you about Healing Church or Bergenworth, which is... It's funny that he tells you this stuff this early in the game, because like certain stuff he says about Master Ligarius and Bergenworth and all that, it's like by the time you actually get to those places in your first playthrough, like, I don't know, maybe I just don't have retention or whatever, but... And I actually did listen to I didn't just skip through it the first time. I listened to everything he had to say in my first playthrough, but... By the time I actually got to Bergenworth and Ligarius, in my first playthrough, I had no recollection of any of what he just told me. I didn't remember that at all, which, you know, is one of the cool things about Bloodborne and the Souls games. It takes a deeper dive sometimes than just, you know, here's the answer. And honestly, one of the reasons that this game, you know, it sounds cheesy, but quote unquote captured my imagination in ways that other games never did or never have. Let's see. It's one of those games that the better you get at it, the more you play, the more fun it becomes, and the more you dive into the lore of the story, and the more you learn about the different aspects and the history of everything. Did that a little too early. Might be. Didn't get the bag stab, but that's okay. Take him out. You just have to be a little careful of the timing, but the werewolves are generally pretty easy to dodge behind and take out. Nope, nothing's there. But let's bypass the ladder. And then if you saw that little glimpse, here's that item, is an antidote. Which, one thing you'll notice about Bloodborne that's cool too, is if there are, this seems so obvious, but if there are items laid out in the level, they're probably giving you, this game rewards you for paying attention. So there's an antidote, and here's a pungent blood cocktail. So if you haven't played before, you wouldn't know, but those are going to be two items that are very useful for the boss of this level. And that's one of the cool things about Bloodborne is they reward you for, paying attention and not just spamming X to get by things and actually looking at what items are for. Because if they're giving you a certain item in a level, there's a pretty good chance you could use that item in that level. They're not just giving you a random item for the sake of giving you a random item. So pungent blood cocktail and antidote, and the fire paper Alfred gave you for that matter. The town is long abandoned. Hunters not wanted here. Making our way into Old Yharnam. You there, Hunter. Didn't you see the warning?
Turn back at once. Old Yharnam, burned and abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts. They are of no harm to those alone. Turn back, for the hunter.
Well, we're not going to turn back. That's our friend Jorah, who is going to try to rain hellfire at us from his little clock tower over there. Jorah is going to try to gun us down. There is a... Let's see if we can grab you. I don't want to go that way right now, so we'll grab him later. We're actually going to go around this way first. Grab this item. Blood vials. So we're doing pretty well in blood vials right now. Don't think we need blood bullets. There's not a lot of these enemies. You don't necessarily need a riposte. They are scared of fire to an extent, though. Like, let's see. He's already chasing after me, but let's see. Yeah, see, they're scared of fire to an extent. They'll attack you eventually, but if you kind of have your torch out, sometimes it'll kind of give you a little window. And if you have stats in your fire, scales with arcane. So if you have a bunch of skill or a bunch of points pumped into arcane, then the fire will actually be very effective versus them. One of the funniest things to do, well, funny sounds messed up, but if you have really high arcane stat and the flamethrower, which I have to go back get from an NPC that's right next to the central Yharnam lamp, but if you do that, you'll pretty much be able to incinerate the boss of this level by doing a certain strategy, which is kind of funny.
You are a skilled hunter.
A skilled hunter.
Adept, merciless. Half-cut with blood, as the best hunters are.
Get out of here, friend. I'm trying to listen to Jorah. I am son. Alright, so he is at this point. Let's see if we can see him up there.
Which is
why I messed up you. So he's going to start raining down his Gatling gun at us. So we're going to just want to ignore him for now. Or not ignore him, but, you know, try to just run by where he's shooting using timing and whatnot, because there's nothing we can do about it until we actually get to his rooftop. And there's a couple ways you can deal with him. Come on, buddy. Where are you going? What the heck? I've never seen him go out there. Where are you going, friend? Alright, well, I've never seen you actually go out there before. That's kind of weird. Guess you're scared of the fire. You don't want him to catch you because he can poison you. I'm trying to get around back, but there we go. Oop. Get out of the corner, friend. Probably should put the fire away because it's probably why he keeps backing off. There we go. That's R1, L1, R1, L1 to change back and forth like that. Let's see. I don't think Jorah can reach me from here because he's on the other side of the building. Right? Should be all good to proceed. Yeah, we got that item. Might want to take a pebble out here because there's two of them out here. Let's see. Well, now they're both... Of course he sees me. I think he got lit up in the fire anyway. Oh, no, you didn't. Ah. Alright. Yeah, those change attacks are pretty powerful. I don't know if we can get beast blood pellets at this time. Just be careful, time there. I have been shot off that little bridge before, which was quite infuriating, so definitely want to be careful of doing that. There is an item over there, which... Let's go grab that. You will not defeat me, Jorah. Don't let him beat you. Don't let him beat you. Alright, there's going to be a few little stinkers in the corner over here trying to sneak up on you. Oh. Let's see. Then we have our friend that's going to try to pull a fast one. Don't let him win. Don't let it win. Alright, you know, let's put the fire away, because I think that's why they keep standing off. Oh, shite! Oh, shite! Powerful tracking. Powerful tracking. Alright, so... That's why they give you antidote. Probably should have those equipped, so we're ready. But, alright. You know what? That is quite silly. I should have these ready to go, so we're prepared. Alright, friend, where'd you go? There you are. Oh, God, Jesus Christ. Alright. Enough messing around. Right. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. Call this embarrassing me? Mr. I don't even know what you are supposed to be. Weird guy in a cape. So a couple of them are going to try to run out here. Just kind of come out and let them come in here to you, because if you go out there, Jura's just going to light you up from his little perch. Just kind of work your way through these guys. There's a guy in your right here, but we are aware of him. Jura, for the most part, can't reach you right here. I don't believe. If you just stand out in the open for long enough, you might be able to. Let's see. So... Alright, and I can't wait to try something on Jura real quick. I feel like I've gotten this to work once before, and then one time it didn't work. So we're going to see. This is a little bit cheesy, but if you guys are having trouble with him, which for newer players he can be a little bit of a pain, let's get some blood bullets, because that'll probably make this a little... Blood bullets are technically a little bit stronger than the regular Quicksilver bullets, but so basically what you're going to do, let me just make sure I have my gun equipped rather than my torch, but basically what you're going to do if you don't want to fight him for real is the second you get up here, you're just going to basically spam L2 as quickly as you can. You're going to lock onto him. Let's see, lock onto him, and it worked. Which, you know, not the most... Where did it go? Where did that item go? See, I think, is that it down there? You know, not the most, not respectful. What word am I looking for? Not the most honorable. That's what I'm looking for. Not the most honorable way to go. But I just wanted to show you guys that in case you're having trouble taking out Jura, because there is another NPC hunter over here to fight. And if you, let's see, am I going to be able to get that now, or did it go all the way down there? Where did that, oh wait, oh, it's right there. Oh my God, are you kidding me? All right, well, luckily I think that's the powder keg badge, if I'm not mistaken, which I don't absolutely need for this playthrough. I think if I go back and reset, I think the item should be, I'm pretty sure the item, if you load back and forth, if you load out and then load back into the area, I'm pretty sure the item is, if you don't pick it up, is sitting up on top of his tower. I'm fairly certain. So here's the other NPC hunter. He can be a little erratic, but he's really easy to parry. He has the saw spear, and he has a gun of his own. Alright, well, I thought he'd be easy to parry. Now he is... Let's... Alright. Oh man, timing's way off. Oh man. Man, I'm missing. Well, he's standing in fire, so... Oh, I chickened out. I chickened out. Alright, that's a good one. There we go. Oh, nothing? Nothing? There we go. That should do pretty good damage, I would imagine. Not as much as I thought it would. Oh shoot, I forgot he heals once. What a motherfucker. I think he's just standing in the fire. Come on, man. Alright. Come on, buddy. Come out here. I'm not gonna fight you in the smoke. Alright. There we go. That was telegraphed a mile away. But it's not doing as much damage as I thought it would. There we go. Got him. Well, that took a little longer than it probably should have, but bone marrow ash strengthens quicksilver bullets. For those curious, doing a blood tinge build, which if you're doing a blood tinge build, you probably know that, but cleared, now cleared Jorah, we've now cleared Jorah, and we've now cleared his buddy, who, I don't know his name, does he have a name? Saw Hunter? Maybe his name is his name just Saw Hunter NPC? It's gonna be a guy on your right, trying to, thinks he could pull a fast one. Bam, son. So, let's see, where do we want to go now? I think, so, if you actually go up this ladder, we didn't go this way the first time just because Jorah is shooting at us, but after you take Jorah out, if you'll notice, this is actually where we ran around the corner earlier and fought that bigger poison beast man with the weird green cape. But now we are going to, I believe we could come in here. I think we want to roll. Yeah, just roll. Don't do any crazy sprinting or anything. Just roll out. And then I think we could just drop it down. And then we should have a whole bevy of friends in here. So probably take out our flame. Bam. Alright. Let's see, take that out. And then we are going to have some friends join us from down the stairs, so be that. They're eventually going to make their way down after they hear all the ruckus. But as long as you kind of just work your way through them, nothing too crazy. Dodge by him. Oh, he actually tracks you better than I remember. Ooh, got a little lucky there. Take him out. Oh, I can't wait to get my hands on the Ludwig Holy Blade. Just because of, I know it's like generic for people who've played this game a lot, but it's just so fun to use just because it can be such an OP weapon, even though I know it is kind of a noob generic weapon. But I'm doing this playthrough, half is just, you know, a fun little let's play, but also to kind of help out people who've never played before and give them a better handle on the game. So I want to give, you know, one of the cool things about Bloodborne is it has a very supportive community in general, and obviously the more people you can get into Souls-like games, for lack of a better phrase, it's just what everyone calls them now, the better, or specifically though meaning, you know, FromSoftware games, especially with Demon Souls Remake right around the corner. You know, the more people you can have play, the better. Or the more people that aren't frustrated by the game, the better. Let's see, Blood Vial. A note. The red moon hangs low and beasts rule the streets. Are we left no other choice than to burn it all to cinders? So a nice little bit of lore there about what happened in Old Yharnam. Charred Hunter set. Minus... I guess there is no Charred Hunter hat. If you saw back there, I didn't say anything, but we picked up the Rifle Spear, which again, if you're going for a blood-tinged build, very useful. Alright, now we can make our way back out. I want to see, for the sake of completion, if I could reload the area and if that item will come down for us, but we'll do that later. For now, you know what? There's some stuff you can do in there too. I'll show you once I go around the corner. So see there's a guy up there. If you were to go back up that ladder and drop it down, that's where you end up. So he's probably going to drop down behind us. Yep, here he comes. So you want to be careful in here because there are a ton of these guys once you make your way downstairs. There is a boatload of these guys. So you want to be careful when you go down there. Okay, so one thing I could show you guys too is if you come this way, where I was telling you where that guy dropped down to try to sneak up on us, you can climb up there and grab that far item, and then you can grab that item over there, but that's a little tricky to get to. I might try to show you how to get those later. It's honestly kind of unnecessary. I think one of them is just like a hat for the messengers, an aesthetic, and I don't remember the other one being anything of that much importance either. Definitely not something you need to complete the game or anything like that, so if you don't want to go over there and risk falling off and then having to do this whole area all over again, I probably wouldn't do that right now. It's a little unnecessary. And you might want to do this relatively quickly when you come in here, because once they start hearing the commotion, a ton of them are going to run up here. I'd probably still keep the torch out just to try to hold them off for a little bit, because I really don't want to run through this area multiple times, because it can be a pain to keep making your way through here. I think the first time I ever played Bloodborne, I ran through this game Old Yharnam was definitely one of the areas that took me the longest. I definitely had to... Alright, don't go in there because there's someone coming. I definitely took, I don't remember the exact number, but it was a lot of attempts to get to Old Yharnam. Old Yharnam was definitely a huge wall in my first playthrough. There we go. We're going through them pretty good, though. Ah, shit. Got a little cocky. And I am poisoned. That's okay. Just slapping an antidote. Didn't drop any items. You got nothing for me, huh? Go ahead and grab Bloodstone Shard. Take you out. Alright. That should be the whole gang. Drop a blood vial for me. Come on, buddy. We can be friends. Come on. No, I don't trust you either. Alright. Let's see, what do we got here? Madman's knowledge. And a creepy guy tied up who... I thought I saw someone recently say he's supposed to be tied up in the form of a rune symbol, but I don't know which rune symbol. Check in here, check in here. I feel like I say this for every level, but I was terrified of this area the first time I ever played. Ritual Blood, Ritual Blood is actually going to be a Chalice dungeon material, which I'm not going to get into the Chalice dungeons in this playthrough, just because they can be a little obtuse for a new player, which I don't believe I've ever used the word obtuse personally, but it seemed right in that scenario, so I'm going to go with it. Yeah, let's click out the throws. Sit down, son. Let's see. Bloodstone shard. Oh, I never went and picked up the binoculars, but if you can see something that's quite unsightly. If you look right there, you could see a werewolf waiting to ambush us off that building. And let's see here. Blood vials. But for now, let's go ahead and open a little shortcut. Come back up. It's a very interesting way to take a ladder. Seems like more butt shaking than probably necessary, but quite funny. Open the gate. Well, I should actually show you guys where this leads to. Gate leads back to where we took on that NPC hunter. Another thing cool, if you guys, I never really noticed this for whatever reason the first time I played, or maybe I noticed it and just didn't really commit it to knowledge or whatnot, but the sky will actually kind of change color through the course of the night. Every time you beat a beast, the sky will turn a little more of that orange color. I want to drag them over here because I don't want to scare away. Let's see. What do you need? Oh, your jacket. Yeah.
And we're muting it for you. I love you.
Alright, I love you. Good luck. This is my wife came in to grab a jacket for a meeting. Alright, let's go ahead. Oh, I think in the meantime our friend ran away. Where'd he go? Damn it. Alright, well, anyway, we'll have to get that the next time. There's one of those, if you guys ever seen, again, if you've never played, there's like little things, they look like little spiders with skulls on them, and he should be in this general area. You want to grab those because they're going to give you materials to upgrade your weapon. So let's take out some Molotov cocktails perhaps, or let's see, because there's going to be a bunch of werewolves in this area. Here, you want to be really patient here and because one of them's going to end up going way down this alley. And again, werewolves are not very hard to take out on their own once you get the hang of it. It's more that once they start ganging up on you in groups, they can be a little more difficult. But one-on-one, they're pretty easy to take out. So let's let him make his way down there, and then we're going to go corner him in the alley. All right, he should be far enough away. So let's chase after our friend here. And, oh, you are too slow, son. Bam! In the booty. R1. And a bloodstone shard. Take note of that gate for later. There's a way you could end up circumventing this and coming through that gate at a later period, and Jura will actually be friendly rather than shooting at you. But we decided to take him out now for this playthrough. But you can actually interact with Jura in a friendly tone if you come through that back gate at a later point in the game. I just didn't want to, for the sake of this playthrough and walkthrough, I just didn't want to deal with him raining down hellfire at us at the moment. Let's see, we're going to want to bank a left right here. And see, our friend thinks he's being clever, but he's not being clever. You got nothing, son. Thank you for the quiche, bloodstone shard, beast blood pellet. Alright. And now we're going to have a little surprise waiting for us. I thought he would probably. I didn't even think he could really hit you there. For some reason I was thinking he would just iframe through you. Oh, shite. There are other people down here, so we don't want to stray too far over there. Let's grab that beast blood pellet, which are definitely going to be useful for later. Beast blood pellets can be a double-edged sword because they increase your damage output once you fill your beast meter, but they also increase the damage you take. So basically, if you're confident that you're not going to get hit by whatever you're facing, take beast blood pellets. If you're not confident in your ability to take damage from whatever you're facing, then I probably would not take beast blood pellets. Alright, I think there's one more item at the top here. There we go. Fire paper. And then another shortcut back the other way. And now... Actually, you know what we're going to do? Oh, we missed that the first time through. I got to show you guys one more thing when we come back around. But I think we're going to go back to... We're going to go home first because we have a decent amount of blood echoes sitting out there. So we might as well level up a few notches before we take on the blood-starved beast. So we're going to do that. And we're going to level up, and then we are going to come back and take on the blood-starved beast. And I am finding it hard to concentrate because I have to go to the bathroom super bad. I will be right back. Alright, that is much more delightful. You know, you have to go to the bathroom so bad that you can't even talk. You're just like, my brain is not functioning properly. I need to pee. Alright, let's go to Fortify. Let's bump the saw cleaver up to 3. Hunter pistol. I mean, the pistol's strength, I don't believe matters at all in terms of actually parrying. I don't believe, or at least for the majority of enemies, it doesn't matter at all how much the pistol is leveled up, and we're not using the pistol for damage, we're just using it for parrying, so there's really no need to waste.
What is it?
There's really no need to level that up. Let's see, what do we want to do here? Strength, skill, and vitality. Ooh, nice, we got a couple extra points there. That should be pretty good. Actually, you know what? Let's do... Yeah, just do 1 and 1. Alright, this is coming together right now. Alright, build's coming together. So, as you guys can see, we have vitality. The only things I've leveled up so far are vitality, strength, and skill. For most beginning players, I would kind of recommend those be what you stick to. You might go with a little bit more... You might want to go with a little bit more endurance if you're a newer player, because having more endurance does let you get away with a little bit more. As you become more skilled, endurance is less of a factor, but it definitely gives you more leeway in certain ways when you're beginning. The Rosmarinus. I think it spreads poison. I've never actually used the Rosmarinus before. Alright, so we are gonna go get our friend here. Sometimes this guy can be a little bit of a pain to take out. Sometimes he's not cooperative. But there we go. Bloodstone shard. Isn't there another item? Oh, poop in my face. Alright, we'll have to go around and get that item later. I'm assuming it may just be a shard of sorts, or called blood dew. But I'm gonna go around here and take out a couple of our buddies. Hey friend. They're not beasts, they're people, as Jura would have us know. Ooh, that was a kind of a cool combo. R1, L1, R2. Where is our hunter's torch? Let's upgrade from the regular torch to the hunter's torch. Alright, want to drop down now to... Yep, drop down here. Kind of jump on top of that little thing, go through the door. We want to run back out. Nope, we don't want to go there. Wrong door. Not Santa, not Santa. Alright, because you guys could take all them out again if you want to. Like I said, it's not totally necessary. It's not really all that necessary. I mean, if you did it earlier, I mean... I don't know how necessary it is to run through and take out everything multiple times. I mean, if you can, if you want, if that makes you feel like you're getting a more complete playthrough, but I already took it out earlier. Bam, son! That thing used to scare the crap out of me. Alright, we're gonna have a little blue-eyed friend and a red-eyed friend. Oh, now you're coming back out. Okay, that's not good. Eat that, son! And now, made me miss my whole lunch, damn it. Alright, bloodstone shard, bloodstone shard. We want to make sure we keep enough bloodstone shards so that we can later level up. So that we can later level up our Ludwig Holy Blade. Bold Hunter's Mark. Which we could probably use to exit the level after we beat the Bloodstarved Beast, because the Bloodstarved Beast path. Oh, did I miss a spider? Oh, there's another one here. He probably ran away when I ran in that area. I might snag him later. As you see, there's a summon sign here for, that's actually Alfred, but we're gonna leave him be. I'm one of those people that's like, if you want to summon, summon. I used to summon all the time. It's fun to mix it up and summon some help too, you know, but nowadays I find it to be a lot more satisfying to take on beasts one-on-one. You know, not in any sort of bragging way, like, oh, I beat it one, like, I don't care about that at all. It's just more fulfilling to me, is, you know, fulfilling as a video game can be, but you know what I mean, it's just more satisfying to me to take them out one-on-one, but summoning's fun too, so let's try. Are you serious, bruh? Are you serious? But really, whichever way you want to go. If you want to summon, summon. If not, not. Just remember, summoning does increase the boss's health pool. Oh, shite. You know what I should have done? So, one thing you guys could do, too, there's so many little things in this game. It's almost impossible to mention everything, but you could buy, after you beat Gascoigne, you can buy his gear from the messengers right outside the workshop that take insight as currency, and his gear is a little better at dealing with poison, so you could do that if you want. So, but we did not do that. But anyway, let's look at our build out. Let's go put antidotes just in case we get poison. Let's put beast blood pellets, and let's put fire paper. And lastly, we're going to do pungent blood cocktail. So it's funny, earlier I was talking all high and mighty about, like, oh, you know, it's a lot more satisfying when you take on the boss one-on-one. But what we're about to do is, you know, a little bit on the cheesy side, but I just want to show this to you guys. You're going to want to go beast blood pellet, fire paper, and then pungent blood cocktail. And we're gonna throw that there. And our little friend is gonna come have a snack. Alright, let's throw one there for him. Go over there, buddy. Let's see if he'll go over there. Yep, there he goes. Our beast blood meter's not really feeling very well. Oh, he seems to be no longer all that interested in the pungent blood cocktails. No, you bitch. Oh shit, that is not what I wanted to do. I believe those are antidotes right there. One thing people don't really realize is you could actually go behind there, so feel free to kind of use this to regain your composure if need be. Alright, we're gonna have to fight him like a man now because we're out of pungent blood cocktails, but that's okay. Oh shite. Oh shit. Alright, just stay calm. Alright, wow, I could really only get 2 in at a time. Alright, he could poison us very easily right now, so be careful. You don't want to go near that. Make sure you leave enough stamina left. Dodge at the right time, because he'll do that. He'll do that right-handed swipe. It's fairly easy to actually dodge. Alright, let's see. Fire paper. Beat that son. Actually took him out with the firearm. So the firearm doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's perfect to use. Oh, I'm actually pretty proud of that. We didn't take very much damage in that fight. But the firearm is perfect to use if they're like really whittled down, like, and they have barely any health left. You could just throw a quick couple of bullets in there to take him out. But nice, took out Bloodstarved Beast on the first attempt. So as you can see, we could return to the Hunter's Nightmare, Hunter's Dream, I mean. As you can see, so the pungent blood cocktails work kind of okay. I didn't really notice the beast meter filling all that quickly, so maybe don't do beast blood pellets unless you really know what you're doing with them. Honestly, I don't generally use the beast blood pellets, but there's some people that are really good with them, so kind of play around with that and see if it works for you. But so we can take that. So we got a decent amount of blood echoes there. Some cold blood dew. We picked up a couple more blood shards, but I don't want to use that yet because we could actually now go get Ludwig's Holy Blade as a couple more pathways have opened up for us. We're going to channel them blood echoes into strength, skill, and just those for now. Trying to get the strength and skill up to 25 as quickly as possible for some nice damage with Ludwig's Holy Blade. But for now, I think that's going to be
farewell, good hunter.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world. But I think that's a good place for now because that should open. I'm trying to kind of fit in maybe like a boss per episode I think is a good way to go about it. So next episode, we'll probably make our way through the Hunter's Workshop, or the old Hunter's Workshop, to try and so we can get the badge that lets you buy Ludwig's Holy Blade, and then maybe, I don't know, there's a bunch of ways we can go. We could either take on, I want to maybe say Vicar Amelia for later. Maybe we can go to Hemwick. Hemwick's probably a good place to go first because it's, in my opinion, easier than, I feel, because obviously the Witch of Hemwick, or the Witch of Hemwick is really easy, especially if there's one thing you can do that I'll show you that makes it almost impossible to not win. But yeah, I'll think about that. I'll think about where the best place to go is next. Anyway, this is what we're looking like right now. Hope you guys are enjoying the walkthrough, the playthrough. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. Have a good night. Peace.